Good morning from the sheep pasture here at daybreak. We're out checking on everybody. Good morning, Coda. Coda is all seriousness, all about his work. Good boy. It's a good night out here in the sheep pasture. Everyone was good. We still continue to lock the sheep up at night in a fence, just because I've not been able to stay out here to make sure Mac and Indy treat them okay. And also, I've mentioned in the past, Honey sometimes gets annoyed with the sheep and things tend to get nipped on a little bit, so it's unfortunately the system that we got right now. And I know everyone will say, oh, just remove the dog. Well, I guess I'm stubborn like that. Plus, I love this little girl, so I'll just work with her, continue to give her opportunities. And she's a great guard dog. She does protect. She's very aggressive when she sees things on the horizon. But so we're letting them out. I like to hang out here for a few minutes. Mac and Indy tend to get a little excited when the sheep come out. I think you saw in a video or two ago. Hey, honey. She's kind of needy. We do need to move them today. We got a little more green grass here in this upper brome pasture, but we are gonna have to start feeding quite a bit of hay. Also, we're supposed to get our first snow of the day, or of the season. It's supposed to hit later today. Initially, they were calling for possibly 1 to 3 inches of snow. My weather app this morning, to my great alarm, they had revised that to potentially 5 to 8 inches of snow. But then I checked the weather advisory and it said 1 to 4. So anyhow, sometimes these weather apps can be off, but it's good to know. So we're going to get their hay trailers over here, kind of get some straw laid out for them and get everyone situated. Got to get the cattle moved where they got some trees, get some hay in case we get a lot of snow put out. So going to be a busy day. 28 degrees here. Pretty brisk morning. Got my gloves on. But everyone seems to be doing good. Put some hay in here with these guys last night. The one thing I do love about penning them up, and even if I didn't pen them up, they would all lay in one area. Boy, they do a lot of impact from a fertility standpoint, putting down a lot of urine and poop right where they spend the evening. So you can see a few shaggy ones. This girl right here in the middle, she's pretty dang shaggy. Never really lost her hair coat once she showed up, but everyone else shagged off, and now they're putting their winter haircoats back on. So everyone here in the sheep flock is doing good. We did have one that had a little leg problem, but she's healing up well. So everyone is healthy and great. Be a good girl, honey. All right, so come along for the day. We'll run around and get everyone prepped for the storm. I guess we're supposed to get a little rain first, which hate that when we get the wet, but I think it's supposed to turn to snow pretty quick. I think a high about 38 degrees today. So come along for the ride. That sun looks mighty nice coming up over the ridge there. So we're gonna go ahead and move these gals and dudes. We'll probably do 2 sheep moves today. Just want to get them off this area that they've hit pretty well, give them some little green forage in here, and then I'll move their hay trailers over a little later, but we'll just get them by while I go handle all the cattle. And hey guys, so we'll get a sheep move. Always love getting a sheep move on the camera. Let's go. Well, it's kind of a small area for them to run through. Indy, no chase. Good. Indy, no chase. Indy, she's ridiculous. Indy, no chase. Good girl. I hate having to scold her at that. It's not aggressive, but you don't want it to turn aggressive. But I do just think she's such a good little girl. She gets a little excited. All right, first part of that's done. We'll keep moving. In prepping for this storm, over here at the home place, we've rolled out 2 bales of hay. Just if we do get 4 or 5 inches of snow, I don't necessarily want to be rolling out hay tomorrow morning. So we rolled some down the hill here. You see all these shrubs and sumac and all this crap. We're gonna start kind of feeding hay through some of this stuff just to pound it down, let the cattle walk through it. I'm trying to get all the thorn trees out of there just so they don't step on any of that. But you can kind of see on the landscape where we've unrolled hay at this point. Over along that ridge right there, the cattle done an unbelievable job of clearing that out a little bit so I can see all the little tree shoots that need to get cut down. So the cattle really do a great job of clearing things out, even, you know, under these trees. They'll go under there and they'll knock it down so you can really see kind of how many shoots you got and what you're dealing with. So, but we're just trying to make sure they're going to be a-okay through the storm tonight and tomorrow. It's supposed to get fairly cold tomorrow night, down to 16 degrees. Tonight it's not supposed to be bad. It's actually pretty nice right now. They say the moisture's going to start coming about 3 or 4 o'clock. So we kind of rolled some stuff out. Mainly wanted to roll it out so that we could make sure they had plenty to eat, so these calves can get some bedding to bunker down in. So unrolled some hay for the South Poles a little earlier. Kind of got busy and didn't shoot any footage, but I'm going to head back over there and probably roll one more bale out for them because we have a lot more calves, and those calves are smaller. They're not as old as these calves over here. So just want to make sure they have plenty to bed down to stay warm. So we'll get these gals moved and let them start jamming into this brome. Now I'm going to come down here and cut some firewood out of this burn pile. Oh, that's another thing cattle do. Boy, they get in these burn piles and they really knock them back. Yeah, this had a whole bunch of growth coming out of it, and they've really gotten down in here and hollowed it out for me. So it makes it real easy for me to come in here with my chainsaw and either pick up little sticks or cut these big ones. Heck, we could have a pond right here with this little low-lying area. So let's get these gals moved. Didn't really have to ask them twice if they wanted to move. They did a number on that paddock over there. So they were watching me unroll all that hay, so they're going to take off here in a minute and go check all this stuff out. I do like the cooler temperatures. I hate it the first couple of times we drop down. I want to pay attention if the cows are coughing or who's got snot coming out their nose, just to make sure everyone is a-okay. Especially the calves, make sure they got plenty to eat. Everyone looks pretty good. Obviously we got to watch Diablo. He had that breathing problem last year, but he seems like he's doing pretty well. The time he had that breathing problem, we had like a 60-degree swing in temperature. It was like 85 degrees and humid, and it dropped down to 35 at night or something crazy like that. Might have even been a little colder than that. So, yep, they move nice and quick. The other thing is, you know, we're out of grass basically, so even with us doing this, we're just moving their manure around. Sunday morning, we definitely didn't get the 5 to 8 inches, thank the Lord. Looks like we only got 1 inch or 2 inches, but we're supposed to warm up to about 38 degrees this morning. So I'm going to move the cattle over here. Just got done rolling out a bale of oat hay. Never had oat hay before. So we're going to roll that out, see how they like that. We're going to give them this whole back area, bigger area, especially as this starts to melt off. Could get a little muddy. I need to do a checking on that cow that I treated the other day. She's still limping pretty bad back here, so I don't know what is going on with her. I'll need to go have the vet take a look at her. Obviously we gave her a pretty good shot of antibiotics. I didn't see anything wrong with her. Yeah, I don't know if you can see her. She's back there gimping around, kind of in the middle of the screen back there. So I just really hate it when they're not feeling very well. So everyone's trying to warm up this morning on a brisk morning. Tonight's going to be cold. Tonight's going to get down to 18 degrees. So I'll try to get them this oat hay, maybe unroll another bale for the calves to bed down tonight, and then we'll start heading back to some much better weather. So looking like a winter wonderland late in November. The oat hay is a hit. They're loving it. So my gal that's limping, she's limping a little bit better, but obviously the vet's closed it anyway, so I'll have to wait till see how she's doing tomorrow. But just watching these calves to see, make sure they're doing good. A couple of them are coughing a little bit. Watching their ears. But again, they're all pretty cold. This guy got a poop right in the face. Yeah, this is my girl right here. She's kind of holding that front right foot a little odd. So I don't know if she hurt her shoulder. I looked at her hoof, didn't see anything, but just hate seeing them gimp around. Some of these new cows, like this gal right here, she's kind of got a high head. I'm not loving her temperament. None of them had a high head when I looked at them when they're on their home farm. Hopefully that dies down and goes away, but I'm not sure if they're just nuts or what. Yeah, some of these new ones aren't used to me yet. That's for sure. But I'm glad they love the oat hay. I didn't shoot any footage of it, but let the sheep out this morning. We had bought some hay trailers, a couple hay trailers that could latch together, and we used them in the summertime for shade, and whenever we had storms, let the dogs and the sheep get out of the weather a little bit. Boy, those things work great too in the wintertime. Sheep were able to get up underneath it, get out of the snow, kind of snuggle underneath there. Worked out real well, so that was a great investment. So beautiful Sunday morning. Getting everyone taken care of here. Head up to church here shortly. So thanks for watching, everybody. God bless, and hope you have a great day, and we'll see you next time.